All right, for making music, there's a number of places to go. The easiest one that I have found is BeepBox. Here it is. You could download the offline version. The online version's fine. And really, this is it. You are picking your sounds. You can choose how many tracks you want. So if I click Preferences, Edit, I can choose different settings. I can choose custom song size, which allows me to have how many beats per bar and bars per song. I can also choose how many different patterns I can have per channel, instruments per channel. This is a channel, and the number of pitches per channel. And then I can choose for drums, I can choose 1 or 2. Okay, so these you can edit for how long you want your songs. If I just go ahead and just leave them, here, this is how many different versions of things that I can have. And once you actually start putting stuff down, you can add the music and you can have it play. You could change your keys that you want. You can change scales for different sounds, or you could do expert and then it would have all of them, and you just got to make sure that you're doing good chords. Okay, so depending on the style of music that you're going to create, you're going to build something. So it's as simple as starting with your melody and then adding your accompaniment pieces. If you have something like scale, you can have easy chords. Pretty much anything that's lit up is really not going to trash your music too much. Okay, so then you can play with what you want. I could have different sounds. So let's say that I'm gonna add a little bit more flair. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. That kind of sucks. But when we go on our next setting, hold on, auto follow track, auto play and load, we can have showing all channels, and then I can see the chords that I had for my other stuff. I can also put where I can see the chords. Show piano. Okay, so I can see the chords. So I know I'm starting on G. So and then and you can adjust individual volumes for the tracks, and you're probably going to want to have different wave for different stuff. So you can make it medium and be a little bit lighter. Okay, so you just have to play around with this on deciding what you want to do for the music. It usually takes a little bit to get it to be exactly what you want. Drums, it's the same way. You can change your wave and your transitions. It gives you different sounds. And each of these are different pitches. So usually what I do is the top row, that's going to be kind of my melody, and then this is going to be my accompaniment to help with the chords, and then the bottom track is going to end up being kind of like my bass sound. So you can play with that, give it some effects. Adding the notes, you can do different things with the notes or the length. You can have them slide up, slide down. My son, he was also able to do some different stuff where he can. So you can play around with it. It's just going to take a little bit. Now, let's say that you didn't want to end up doing the music. There is different stuff that we could pick for it. I would suggest that you guys try to do it this way. I think that you end up with a lot better product when you create all aspects of it so you understand what goes into it. You can adjust the tempo, any reverb, all of that fun stuff. When you are done and you are happy with your song, it's not going to persist in here. You're going to want to give it a file name, and then you're going to want to export it to a WAV file. Okay, so I usually don't have intro and outro selected. You can have how many times you want it to loop. I rather just do that in code, unless you want it to continually play for like a really, really long time, and you just want to kind of set it up as a loop. You're going to have to plan that. But you're going to export as a WAV file to put it in your game.